I've been observing the political atmosphere in South Africa, and there seems to be a major division in political parties, especially the ruling party ANC and the opposition party EFF, which is led by Julius Malema, which is now resulting to unrest and some sort of crisis in the country. ANC, which is the ruling party, has not been really vocal in condemning whatever is happening in the country, in condemning the xenophobic activities that they've been happening in the country. They've just been saying, oh, you need to stop whatever you're doing, it is not right. But they've not been like really, really, really strong on whatever has been happening. I have heard these xenophobic leaders say that they are the government, that they are in charge, and they've also said that they are more resourceful than the police, which basically means that they are in charge, they're the government. EFF, on the other hand, has been very vocal, and that is why, honestly, I love Julius Malema. Not for anything, just because we know his stand. We always know his stand. He's not neutral. You will know when Julius Malema is not for something, is for something. He has stood for the rights of Africans, and he has said that you need to stop whatever you're doing to Africans. He's been against this xenophobic group. Whatever has been happening to Africans, he has said that it needs to stop. And that is why he was very disappointed in what the government of Ghana did. The government of Ghana told its citizens that you're not orphans, you have a caring government. And what they did is that they took their people back in Ghana, and they gave them allowances to start off life in Ghana. They gifted them, and they made their life easier to start in Ghana. And, that disappointed Julius Malema, because he knows moving forward that it will not be business as usual. He knows that the relationship between South Africa and other African countries will not be the same, because he is appreciative of what the continent did for South Africa during apartheid. He knows that the continent stood with South Africa during apartheid. So he knows history, and that is why he's been very vocal, and he's been saying, I'm disappointed in all this. He's also been he also knows that this moving forward, this will affect South Africa in one way or another. But for me, I feel that South Africa is stuck in a colonial state model where the country may seem like it's free, but it has not empowered its people. They are still stuck in a colonial state model where some citizens are more empowered than some citizens. For example, I will say as it is, I feel that white South Africans are more empowered than Black South Africans. And that is what is creating this imbalance. And that is why we are experiencing what we're experiencing right now. The bitterness now that is coming out now, it is because of the high unemployment rate in South Africa. And this has been caused by the system. I don't believe that Africans are there to take the jobs of fellow South Africans. I do not believe at all, because I feel that opportunities are many. The only thing that is lacking is the imbalance in the system. For example, after BEE was formed, Black Economic Empowerment, it was just to create balance in the playing field, like to make sure that Black South Africans get top jobs in the government or in the country. But that has not happened. There has been a lot of discrimination. So this is now what is spiraling to be xenophobia or Afrophobia.
You can't have a minority of people control the majority of the land. You're still de facto in apartheid. You're just in an economic apartheid. You may not be in physical apartheid, but you're in economic apartheid. Think about it. Your country has the worst unemployment. The worst. Well, look at all the other African countries. They don't have white folks owning 80% of their land either. Kenya, they don't have that problem. People, of course, people need jobs in Kenya, but they don't have that problem because they don't have white folks owning 80% of the land. They don't. You look at other African countries, they got, yes, unemployment is a real issue. In a lot of countries, it's a real issue here in the United States too. We're not immune. But there's no logical reason that people who are foreigners, those people are foreigners. If you are so-called South African and say those people are a part of you, they're a part of us, or acting like that Victoria Africa chick sitting up here siding with the white woman calling an African person query. Like, are you crazy? You're the query too.
Things might seem okay for now for South Africa, but with time they will definitely feel the heat of it economically. Ghana said that they are revoking licenses for the gold mining company, South African gold mining company that is in Ghana, and they told them that you need to forward or to give the mining activities to local contractors. They also wrote to the AU to demand a report as to why South Africa is treating its citizens or the Ghanaian citizen that way. They also sent a delegation to South Africa to demand answers as to why their citizens were treated in such a manner. Nigeria also threatened sanctions against South Africa. They said that the companies that are South African companies that are working or that are established in Nigeria, they said that it will revoke their licenses. Kenya, we also said that we will boycott your music. It might seem something small, but trust you me, at the end of it all, you'll feel the heat of it. This xenophobic group, they have said that June 30th, they will sweep off all Africans. I hope the government of South Africa takes control and stops all this madness, because this will not look good for South Africa, and the world is watching. Last time I checked, South Africa was not in the good books of Trump, and what might be coming, it might not be pretty at all. Sanctions might be doing press ups. And, they might not say it, they might not understand it, but I think they should ask Zimbabweans. Zimbabweans were sanctioned, and life has never been the same again. That run that you feel is strong after sanctions, it might look like a joke. Anyway, let us see how things unfold. I'm actually waiting for 30th June. I want to see how things unfold. I want to see what will happen. I want to see if the government takes control, as they are saying. I had one government official saying that this xenophobic group, they need to stop their nonsense, but they've not had like a strong voice. But I'm waiting. We'll wait and see. Anyway, my name is Wangari Njuguna, and this has been ADNC. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, Wangari Njuguna. Also, remember to download our app and sign up today for the latest news right at your fingertips. I'll see you in the next one. Kwaheri.